Hey there, we're here again. Now, in this time, we have a very special guest. We have David Pacheco. He's one of the brothers. He's been in the business of providing financing for 18 years. So he has a lot of experience with first-time home buyers, even with the region of Waterloo affordable housing program, with refinancing and anything that you can imagine. Working with investors, he's very creative to find financing for investors using the equity that someone already has in other properties. So he's the guy to call if you need any financing. So David, thank you very much for joining us today. Please tell us, what do you think is happening with the economy, or where do you think the economy is heading?
Well, that's the topic of the year, right? The economy. Obviously, we started this year with a lot of expectation, and obviously, what happened with the states right now with the tariff and Trump and all that has changed and shift a lot of the economy goals, and especially here in Canada, right? But I always compare this situation with 2008 when I actually got into the business, and obviously the financial sector went down. And I always say there's nothing that lasted for too long. So this is right now, as we know, as we speak, the G7 is happening in Alberta. The leaders of our countries are getting together, and obviously they're gonna make a trade deal. So that will definitely shift the economy. Right now we're kind of on a pause. But we're making a lot of progress, I think, with the
Oh,
economy.
okay, sounds good. And what do you think is going to happen with the interest rates? This is a question that I get asked all the time.
Oh yes, a lot of people call us just asking what's your interest rate these days, right? So um, interest rate obviously depends on the economy. If the economy is doing well, the interest rate goes up. If the economy is not doing as well, the interest goes down, and that's what happened. For example, with COVID, right? So with COVID, we had interest rate lower than 2% 5 years ago, right? And right now, as the economy was doing better last year, and recession was kind of knocking at our doors, they put rates up. We had rates even up to 6% at the beginning of last year, and finishing last year, beginning of this year, we have seen the incentive from the Bank of Canada to lower interest rate to kind of incentive the economy, and that will obviously affect us in the real estate market, right? So right now we're seeing rates around the 4% mark. And in the next 6 year to a year, we probably, as we obviously get this trade deal done with the United States, I think we're expected to see lower interest rate than 4%.
So should people wait for them to make the move, or should people jump in the market now?
That's the $1 million question, right? So people's like, should I wait? Should I jump into the market? I believe about opportunity, and right now we have that moment, that opportunity, because people are kind of on the fence, looking at what's going to happen, and that's when you make the move, right? Even investors and in general, like, when the people are thinking, that's when they jump in. Especially first-time home buyers, like there's the one who's giving us a call these days, right? To at least get pre-approved. And I always tell people, like, you don't have to wait that the market is ready for you. You have to be ready for the market. The first thing that you can do to get advanced is get pre-approved, to see where you're at. Are you prepared to buy right now? You might be, right? I mean, obviously, do you have a good credit? You have a full-time income? How much down payment do you have? So getting pre-approved, I think that's the way to take this opportunity, right? Again, first-time home buyers or people who want to move up, right, as well. Like there's that opportunity, this window of opportunity that you can jump in. But like I said, like, give us a call, contact us, and we can kind of assess your situation specifically to your point, right?
Oh, okay, sounds good. So what would happen if someone just bought a house and then loses his or her job?
Like for the bank, obviously, we get you approved, you sign the documents, you move into your house, and down the road you lose your job. I mean, it's all gonna depend on what type of insurance you have, right? Because for the bank's perspective, as long as you're making the payment, the bank is not gonna call your employer to see, hey, do you have a job or you don't have a job. The bank only cares about how you make the payment, right? And most of the banks, especially what happened with COVID, has a relief payment. Sometimes you can, you can contact the bank and they can relieve the payment for 1 or 2 months for you. They usually, what they do, they will extend either your amortization or even your term in order to accommodate until you get back in your feet and get a new job, right? Most Canadians, at least, we have unemployment insurance that cover a percentage of our wages, right? But like I said, if you are in that situation, obviously, like, contact us and we can contact the lender and see what options they have, right? So they do have relief payment, most of the lenders these days.
Okay. And who do you think can take the most advantage of the current market? Who makes this market advantages for?
Number one, first-time home buyers, I think. I mean, first-time home buyers have been waiting for this moment. Like, prices have come down, so it makes more affordable. Rates are coming down as we speak as well, so that makes the pre-approval process easier. And like I said, like, because there's no a lot of buyers out there, again, there's this window of opportunity for these first-time home buyers that have been kind of left on the side for many years. First-time home buyer can actually extend their mortgage to 30 years. So if, like, that's unique to first-time home buyer. There is accounts for down payment, for savings, exclusively for first-time home buyer. Even the amount of RSPs that you can take out. There's a lot of disadvantages that people don't know. Like, and like I said, like, you can contact us and we can walk you through to all these options, right? I think also the people who are moving up, right? So if you need to sell and you need to buy, that window of opportunity is there as well. Like, nevertheless, the investors, right? Investors are being looking for affordable homes and for them to rent out. Like, as we know, like, the city of Waterloo, for example, allows a single homes to be turned into a fourplex these days, right? So that there's a lot of opportunity there that we can take advantage, I think.
Okay. Oh, sounds good. So what do you recommend to people who wants to buy their first home now? What should they do?
Get pre-approved. Like, I think it doesn't matter. We can dream all we want, but we have to see where we're standing first, right? I mean, I love working with a realtor, for example, and I always tell the realtor, show you the dream, right? So they'll show you a home. This is the house that you can afford, or you can dream of, right? But if you don't have the money, it doesn't matter. The dream dies right there. So again, like, getting pre-approved, I think is the first step. I mean, like I said, like, you can find us at the mortgagebroker.ca. There's a quick, less than 5 minutes application that you can fill out, and we can assess your specific situation, and we can give you a pre-approved number. I mean, and then you can see, okay, I pre-approved for $500,000, $700,000. Then you can go into the market, right, and see what's available on your price range.
How long does it take, the pre-approval process? How difficult it is?
Like I said, it takes less than 5 minutes for you to fill out the online application. That will trigger for us to analyze your situation. We'll have a meeting. We can do it even through Zoom. You don't even have to move out of your house. We can, like I said, do a Zoom meeting. I can explain exactly how much you can afford with your specific situation. And there's always, like, the 3 things that you need to buy a home. Your job, obviously, you need a full-time job. Your amount of down payment, which usually, if it's less than $500,000, for example, you need 5% of that. That's your down payment, and your credit history, right? So again, just give us a call, contact us, and we'll assess your specific situation.
Okay. Well, we know that life happens, and sometimes that makes our credit history not the best. What can someone do if they had a hiccup, even a bankruptcy in the past? Can they still aspire to become a homeowner?
Absolutely. I have seen people who have been double bankruptcy and they'll still buy a home, right? I mean, it's all depending, obviously, the amount of down payment that you have is very, very important when you had these hiccups, right? But the credit, it's a picture of a moment. what the bank is looking is the history, right? So, life happened, somebody got sick, your car broke down, you need to buy something. And like I said, well, you can miss a payment, right? The problem is when you consecutively have missed many, many, many payments and your credit actually crashed. Even if that happened, you can recoup your credit. You can get better on your credit, right? But like we have as a broker, we have A lenders, B lenders, even C lenders. The A lenders are the big banks, TD, Scotia, and there's 40 different lenders that they have the A space. That's for people who have good credit, good income, good down payment. But what happened again when someone doesn't have that great credit that you're talking about? That's where the B lenders or even C comes in, right? They're very flexible. Yes, you need more down payment for those lenders, but it is still possible for someone who had right now bad credit, they can still buy a home even with the bad credit, right? But like I said, I always recommend and said, you know what, sometimes it takes 6 months to a year to get your credit back into your feet, and then you can afford a home with a minimum down payment as well.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much, David. Before we let you go, how can someone reach you?
Again, our website is themortgagebrothers.ca. That's the best way to reach us. There's our phone numbers, our email as well there. And I'm sure that in the description of this video, we will put our contact information as well for you to have.
Okay, sounds good. Just one final question. Is there a cost for consulting with you?
Our consulting is completely free to our client. Even throughout our process, 90% of our transactions are completely free, because one thing we love about our job is that we build our bank. We prefer not to charge our client. If in a case that we're using a B or C lender, the bank is not paying us directly, we'll tell the fee upfront to our clients. But like I said, our consultation is completely free. So you can give us a call and get the information completely free to you.
Okay, excellent. Well, now you know where to find the Mortgage Brothers, and feel free to reach out to them if you have any questions, any projects for you to refinance or getting to a brand new home, or even to go for the home of your dreams. Thank you again for your attention, and we look forward to hearing from you. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.